H2KInfosys provides world-class online IT training, staffing and software testing solutions to customers worldwide. H2KInfosys supports 100% job-oriented training, hands-on project work, cloud test lab, resume preparation and review, mock interviews, robust syllabus. One-time pay, lifetime access to live classes and videos. H2KInfosys has won the trust of thousands of students worldwide. For free demo class, visit h2kinfosys.com.
Okay, so I'll quickly summarize what we have discussed so far in the two classes. So we have discussed about how to create a table, and we discussed about what is a primary key and what is a check constraint and what is a not null constraint, and we also saw about the difference between Windows authentication and SQL Server authentication. Okay, so now anyone wants to take up like for the first 5 minutes we'll have some quick question Q&A session. So anyone wants to take up and tell me any 2 points about primary key? Anyone wants to tell me about 2 points about primary key? What is a primary key and anything related to primary key? 2 points. Any 2 points? Yeah.
Payal here.
Yeah, Payal, go ahead.
Yeah, primary key is a unique key, and one table can have only one primary key, and primary key cannot have null value.
Okay.
And yeah, primary key has a clustered index. That's what I know.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Payal. Yeah. Okay, so now anyone wants to tell about any one difference between Windows authentication and SQL Server authentication?
Authentication doesn't require password, and SQL Server authentication, a user needs to have a password to log in the system.
Correct. And where do we use Windows and where do you use SQL Server normally?
Windows authentication is used when we are in the organization and like within the organization. But if a person is outside, like as a contractor, then he is going to get the access.
Yeah, that is correct. Even like within the organization also, if you want, you can give SQL Server authentication. So yeah, so normally, as I said, like mostly in within the organization, since all the users will have Windows ID, we can use Windows authentication. Right, you are correct. Yeah, thank you, Armin. Okay, so now let's go ahead with the current topic for today. So today what we'll do is we'll create a table and we'll add the records into the table, and we'll see what are the different ways to retrieve the data whatever we need. Okay, so for some of you who already have SQL experience, writing these queries might be easier. So let's see what are the different ways to retrieve the data. Okay, so
Hello.
Yeah, Payal, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I'm still unable to download the SQL Server, so I can't write any query or.
You have not installed?
Means I have downloaded the link, but I can't see the. Means when I go to the all programs, I can't see the SQL Server because.
And then let me select Windows authentication. Okay, so now I need to expand this database. So far we are using yeah, I'll share this. I'll share. H2K team will be sharing this material with you. Okay, so I'll ping this in the chat window for all of you. So this create table, some of you are asking me like, can you share this? So I'm just sharing this. Okay, so now once we create the table, so let me go to Management Studio, right click on the database. We are using DBT 24 batch. Right click on this and then select new query, and then check if you have the table already, employee table. So select star from employee. So if the table is already there, I need to drop this table. So we'll work from the beginning. So we'll see how to write the queries. So I don't have this employee table in a DBT batch. So what I can do now, I can paste it and then let me execute this table, create table. So I'm just executing this now. So the command completed successfully. Now I have insert scripts ready. So let me open and also execute the insert scripts which we have. So let me copy this. So now let me execute all these things, all the insert scripts. Insert scripts are used for adding the data into the table. So let me execute this. I'm done. So now we'll see what are the different ways we have to retrieve the required data. So now let me right click again on this database, click on new query. Okay, so now we'll see query by query. So what is the command, what is the SQL command to see the complete list of rows in the table? Anyone knows what is the command to see all the rows in the table? Select, I will deal with select query. Okay, so the query is select star from employee. So some of you might be knowing this already. If you want to see all the records in the table, we need to write select star from employee. Okay, so now let me execute this and see what is the difference. So I'm just executing this. If you want to see all the records in the table, you need to execute select star from employee. So this is the query, select star from employee. Now I want to know how many rows I have in this table. So I want to know how many rows I have in this table. So as of now I have 10 rows. So what is the command for that? If I want to see yeah, so some of you know this as well. So we need to use if I want to see number of rows in the table, I need to write select count star from employee. Okay, so I need to write like this. So if I want to know select number of rows, I need to write select count star from employee. So when you execute this, you can see that you are seeing 10 rows. So if I want here, if you see here, I am seeing something like no column name. Here I am seeing no column name. I don't want to see like this. I want to see number of rows. Here the heading of this, it's showing as no column name. But if I want to see here, about number of rows, I can give alias name here. So to do that, all you have to do is you have to write here count star as, you have to write here number of rows. Okay, so this is how we can give alias name for a column. Okay, so select count star as number of rows from employee. So when you do this, you can see that we are seeing number of rows here. So previously we are seeing here as no column name, but now we are seeing number of rows. Okay, so we are done with two queries. To see complete rows, all the rows in the table, we need to give select star from employee. To see number of rows in the table, we need to give select count star from employee. Now another question. So can you tell me what is the answer for this now? Select count of employee ID from employee. So what is the answer now? If I give select count of employee ID from employee. So how many of you think that it is 10? Okay, so let me execute this. Okay, it is 10. Now, so what is the difference? What is the difference between count star and count employee ID? So do you think always when you give some column name, it will be same as your number of count star? Okay, some of you are telling it's same, some of you are telling it's different. So now let me give here select count of last name. Do we have last name here? Yeah. So if I'm giving last name here, what will be the count now? Last name from employee. So let me execute this. So some of you are telling it's same 10 records, but some of you are telling it's 6 records. So let me check whether what will be the answer. So when I give a column name here, it will count only those values for which this column is not null. So if you see here, last name is null here, it's null here, and it's null here, and also it's null here. So 4 places it is null. So when you're giving select count of column name from table, then you will see only 6. Count is 6. That is the difference between giving count star and giving the column name. give column name, it will only check for those records where we don't have null value. So let me execute this, and you can see that we are seeing only the count as 6. That is the difference between giving star. Star will always give you number of rows in the table, but whereas when you specify a column name, it will only check for those, it will count only those records where this column is not null. Okay, so that is the difference. So it is not same. Keep in mind, it is not same. It is, both are not same. Count star and count last name is not same. Okay, but the moment if you are giving primary key here, employee ID is primary key, so this will never be null. So in this case, if you are giving primary key, it doesn't, no difference will be there, because primary key will never be null. So always primary key will have value. So that is the difference. Okay, so that is about giving count. And now if I want to see only few columns, for example, if I execute the select star from employee, I'm seeing, if I do select star from employee, I'm seeing all the rows. Now I want to see only first name and last name. I don't want to see other columns. I want to see only first name and last name. So what is the query for that? First name and last name alone I want to see. Yeah, I need to give select first name and last name from employee. So I'm sharing this insert scripts as well with all of you. So maybe you can use them. So let me share in the chat window. Yeah. Okay, so now I have this inside this document, so let me explain one by one. So if you give select star from employee, as I already told you, you'll see all the records from the table, and if you give, so let's see what is the use of order by. Okay, let's learn what is the use of order by. Now you have to answer me again. So I'm giving now select star from employee, order by salary. So when I execute this, the first record will have highest salary or the first record will have lowest salary. Question to all of you. I'm giving select star from employee, order by salary. So the first record will be highest or the first record will be the lowest. Yeah, I'm seeing from all of you, some of you are telling highest salary, some of you are telling lowest salary. Question to all of you, I'm repeating. Select star from employee, order by salary I'm giving. So the first record in this result, when I execute this, you will see the results. So I'm asking question to all of you, will that be highest salary or the lowest salary, the first row? Yeah, so if I execute this, by default when you don't mention ascending or descending, this will be ascending. So when the salary comes ascending order, obviously the first record will be lowest salary, it is not highest salary. Keep in mind, when you are sorting in ascending order, that means from lowest to highest, the first record will be lowest salary. Okay, so by default when you don't mention ascending or descending in SQL Server, it is ascending. Okay, so you can even mention that order by salary ASC. If you mention ASC, it will be in the ascending order, or if you don't mention this ASC also, by default it is in ascending order. When you are doing ascending order, it will be from lowest salary to highest salary. So the first record will be lowest salary. Now if I do DESC will be in the descending order. So the first record will be highest salary. So see now. Okay. So one question from Aruna, like question I'm saying, can we use order by 2 columns? Yes, we can use order by 2 columns. For example, I want to order by department, and then in that department I want to order by salary. So in that case you can use department order by DEPART department comma salary. So you can even give order by any number of columns. So let's see what is the difference when I give order by department salary in the descending order. So let me execute this. If you see here, first I'm seeing admin, and I'm seeing IT department, and I'm seeing management, and then sales. And here I'm seeing for this department I'm seeing here 1850 and 18,500 and 18,000. Then I'm seeing IT department, and here I'm seeing the salary. You can see that it is in descending order. In management I'm seeing 3 to 500 and descending order. So you can give any number of columns in the order by class. Okay, now let's go back to this PDF.
Now that is about order by, and we already saw about count star. So count star will give you number of records in the table. And let's see what is the use of where class. Now if I want to retrieve only, I'm seeing some questions, so I'll answer in 2 minutes. So we'll complete this and then we'll see questions. So if I want to retrieve only those employees, if I want to retrieve